Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Go Star Goddess. If you're new here, definitely subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications every time I upload a video, and smash the like button. So how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. So tonight it is the full moon in Libra. Not Libra, but Libra. Everything alright in my life, girl. So I'm going to do a quick reading, and I'm also going to, I don't know, we might talk about like the Libra situation, like, you know what I mean, the full moon situation. We'll see what happens there. Bear with me a second while I finish up with a little research. Okay, and I think there's a crystal that does that too. I have to say. Alrighty, so yes, done with that. So anyway, it is the full moon in Libra, and with that full moon going on in Libra, I don't know that I want to look into seeing what's going on with that. I read something about relationships, and if I'm being honest with you, wants to know nothing about relationships right now. Okay. No interest. No interest. Wow. So I just found something, a very important little root here that's going to be helpful for court cases. Let's see. It smells good. It smells like a little weird, but a little like green cardamom and a little like mint, but also like Vicks Vapor Rub. So black cardamom and a little bit like spit. So it's kind of a mesh of those. I don't know why I said spit, but kind of. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah. It makes you not want to eat it when it. It has an interesting flavor. So this is my first time buying this specific herb, and it's supposed to be helping with some. I'm trying to find. I'm doing research because I need to help. Oh, when you bite it though, it got a little spice in that beat. Okay. Woo, child. It got a little bite in that beat. Okay. Okay. It got a little ginger in it, don't it? It got a little ginger in it, ain't it? I love ain't it? I love that. Okay. I got it. So, all right. That's a new little thing. We're going to play around with this for a couple days. And, yeah. All right. So let's get into some decks, some cards, some tarot, right? So the full moon is in Libra currently, and I do want to kind of look at the whatever the hell it's supposed to be doing. So let's grab a quick search and see what is the full moon in Libra. Let's just get an overall what it will impact. Okay, so the full moon in Libra brings, hold on, let me turn the radio down. Where's my phone? Okay. So the full moon in Libra brings a strong focus on relationships, balance, justice, and harmony. All core Libra themes, okay? Some of the impacts that you can expect would be general energy of the full moon in Libra is relationship revelations. Expect clarity, culmination, or closure in partnerships, romantic, platonic, or business, okay? Also, it's a balancing act. So Libra seeks fairness. So you might feel called to restore balance in areas where you've been giving too much or receiving too little. Yeah. Justice and diplomacy. Very nice. Conflicts may arise, but this moon encourages resolution through grace and negotiation. Okay. Self versus others. It highlights the need to balance personal desires with the needs of others. Okay. Emotional and spiritual impact. So increased sensitivity to imbalance or injustice, personal or global. It'll also impact, you may feel torn between keeping the peace and speaking your truth. Ooh. There could be a craving for beauty, harmony, and aesthetics pleasures. Oh, I can feel that. I'm kind of definitely wanting to do a couple things. And if you're focusing on business or entrepreneurship, it's a great time to reevaluate partnerships or client relationships, consider legal matters or contracts. Libra is ruled by Venus and linked to justice, okay? For personal relationships, old patterns may resurface for healing. It's a good time to have honest but graceful conversations. For self-growth, reflect on where you've been compromising too much or avoiding conflict in order to keep the peace. Yeah. The rituals are intentions that you can set. So you can write a letter of forgiveness or closure to release tensions in a relationship. You can meditate on what balance looks like for you. You can clean or redecorate a space for more harmony. And the affirmation is going to be, I honor both my needs and the needs of others. I am worthy of equal, loving partnerships. All right, well, that's pretty good. All right, so yeah, I just looked up a couple of things here. Lot of information that I just kind of picked up on. All right, so here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and go into a reading, see what kind of energy we can get. Let's go into the full moon read for the Libras, okay, and then find out what exactly shall come of the energy. All right, Spirit, clear and concise messages. What shall come of the energy? All right, what shall come of the energy? All right, so we have the Eight of Cups and the King of Pentacles. To me, that's all about walking away energy. That's all about like ending energy. This could be, so I was just reading and it was talking about business partnerships and reevaluating those things. This could be a need for a reevaluation of a business partnership or walking away from a partnership, whether it's business or personal. An ending of that such situation. It's like you got what you needed, from this situation. Some people are walking towards new opportunities with the King of Pentacles being here. You may be walking towards new opportunities, okay? And that's just, for some of you, that might be the direction you decide to take. We do also have the King of Wands. So to me, this looks like a little bit of a player energy, or like, two-timing type situation might be going on there. But this also might be just a situation of fun as well, kind of going out, having some fun, enjoying the self. Oh my gosh. So let's see if we can pull some details here. Yeah, I do feel like this is like a player type of situation. So somebody may be walking away from a situation while also engaging in a situation, right? In another situation. So you're walking towards another situation is what I'm seeing here. I am also seeing, I'm seeing a little bit of uncomfortability here, right? So like, if we pick up this card here, the energy here, on this card right here, this woman is, she's just not interested. She's just not into it. Like, and I feel like this guy is kind of like, he's like, his head is in the clouds. He's not really paying attention or focus. That whatever he's doing is just not comfortable, or is this woman is disliking it, and he's just not even seeing that. The Ace of Swords is also here, and look, now we have somebody tied down, tied around, tied down. It looks a little dangerous, like a little dangerous situation here. Yeah, the death card's here at the bottom of the deck. So be careful, I would say. I would say it's necessary for somebody to be careful, because it does look like a situation can escalate and turn into sort of a violent situation here. It could be like it could be a violent situation here going on. It looks like a violent sexual situation, by the way. So I would say protecting yourself for sure is necessary. Get yourself a taser. Tasers are pretty good for shocking somebody. Let's go ahead and change the title here, because unfortunately I need to broadcast that is what's going on here. So let's see. We will do, something I've noticed. I've been noticing a lot of sort of violence in the air as it relates to relationships and stuff like that. If I'm being clear with you, to me, this is not saying, oh my God, you're going to die, right? To me, this is saying that err on the side of caution, right? Because obviously if things escalate, then things can get to that point, but you always have the opportunity to like listen to your intuition and not go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always have the ability to make a different choice than all of the choices that lead you to down this pathway right here. But it does look a little violent, and it does look like this there's somebody here who just, it's like either not taking no for an answer, or they're not cognizant or aware that they are not, like, no, don't do that. So they're not really caring, or they're just doing what they want to do. So that's not fun to hear at all. I feel like this leads to a definite ending. It leads to a definite ending of some sort of situation or connection here. Obviously. Why wouldn't it? The World card is also here with the High Priestess. I feel like this new cycle, this new beginning that's coming for somebody is like, you've already expected this. You already know that this is the case. Like, what's to come. And maybe you're just waiting for the ball to drop or some shit. I don't know. You're waiting for the ball to drop. It could very well be. Okay. But I do feel that somebody is kind of, it's like you're taking your time on something, or maybe it's not even taking your time, but it's divine time type of thing. I see. It's a divine time type of thing here. So, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at somebody, there's violence here around the situation. And it's like, it's leading to an ending. Because I do feel that somebody's standing their ground on something. On what? Was somebody standing their ground on, Spirit? On self-discipline or some sort of loyalty. I'm feeling like this is loyalty to the self, though. It's like holding, yeah, self-discipline is here. So this is like somebody's not putting out possibly, or just kind of, not doing what somebody wants them to do because it's not fitting. It doesn't fit me. It's not what I want, it's not for me. So, all right. Let me go back here because I was reading something about the Libra moon that kind of calls this out. Self versus others. It highlights the need to balance personal desires with the needs of others. So, I mean, you can take that in either way. I don't know how this may manifest in somebody else's life. But you can kind of take whatever information resonates. It's a general message, so don't, if it doesn't resonate, let it fucking go. Don't hold on to shit that ain't about you, okay? It's not necessary to do that to yourself or to your life, okay? It don't make no damn sense. You doing that, okay? So anyway, what I feel though is I do feel that there is somebody who is maybe not taking the hint. You know what I mean? They're not taking no for an answer, and they may even, get a little violent. So I would say protect yourself, take a little taser or something like that. Something for the self to protect you. And also, listen to your intuition as well, because the high priestess is present. If the high priestess, if you're getting this feeling like, don't think I should do that, then don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Okay. Feeling like I might want to lay back in the bed. I think I'm going to do that. Do it. Lay back in the fucking bed. Go lay down, don't do what, somebody thinks you should do. I do think this is a definite ending coming. Okay. Now keep in mind, I want to tell you, if this is related to violence, then obviously that could be, but let's not go that far. Let's just say that this is an ending of a connection, of a relationship or a situation for sure. One that has been stuck for quite a while. Somebody's literally going to just step into their power. Somebody's really going to take the authority here and just move forward. So that's what's going on. Obviously, it's going to be sad, heartbreaking, all that shit like that after this decision is truly made and truly done and carried out. And there's going to be a lot of balancing that's going to be needed. But the reality is sometimes you got to do what the fuck you got to do. Okay. And, it just is what the fuck it is. Okay. So I'm going to leave that there. Now, moving forward, let's see what else we can gather as it relates to information. Spirit, tell us about this strength card. Clear and concise messages. Clear and concise messages. We've got the Six of Pentacles. I'm really not feeling Six of Pentacles vibe on this card. It's more like I feel like somebody gonna be spending some special time with yourself, And there might be somebody that might be like, "Oh, can I join?" And you might be like, "No." And that might come out a little hard. It might come out a little harsh or something. You know what I'm saying? It might be like I think, I'm just say this personally. I think the way in which certain men do things is just so unromantic, not romantic. You know what I'm saying? It's not romantic. Now, I'm not saying that every man is like that, because I know that there are some very romantic men out there, but there's some men out there that are just lacking in the romance department. And while everything doesn't have to be romance, I get it and I understand. However, sometimes it's like, there's just no finesse. All right? And like, look. I get it. There's this whole thing about, men have this thing sometimes where they're like, oh, it's not a fairy tale. It's not about a fucking fairy tale, okay? It's really not. It's about taking your time. It's about spending your time. It's about doing it the right way. And even if you don't know the right way for that specific woman, you can take your time and get to know and learn, and then you will know the moves to make. But when you don't take the time to understand the moves to make, and then you get mad when you make the wrong move and it's like, I don't know what to do here. Like, there's no communications that we can actually have with this situation. What I'm trying to say is get to know your person, okay? Don't just try to jump in on your person if they don't, if y'all haven't built that rapport where you can just do certain things, or if y'all been a little off lately. When y'all been a little off lately, you gotta come in here smooth. Who am I talking to? I don't know who I'm talking to. Let's just move forward. Let's just move the fuck forward. All right, lover's card is here. You gotta be a lover. That's the card. That's the ticket. The ticket is you got to be a lover. And sometimes people, it's like when you're in a relationship for, a good period of time or whatever, it's like you forget that part, right? So, all right. Milk and honey. So anyway, I feel like somebody needs to hear that. Somebody needed to hear that you need to be a lover, okay? So I don't know what you've been doing. I don't know whether or not you've just been like manhandling your woman or something. I don't know, or your guy. Like, if you've been manhandling your guy, maybe you've been manhandling somebody. Okay, look at this. All right, putting it down. Okay, gentle touches, gentle words, kind words, sweet words, shit like that. Okay. All right, moving forward. I do feel like somebody maybe been holding back. Okay, I do feel like somebody's been holding back. Yeah. All right, let's find out what else this Libra full moon is trying to share. What needs to be balanced out? So these are some of the things that need to be balanced out. Yeah, like the 5 of Wands is coming out. Communication needs to be balanced out. So I'm feeling this is about maybe having heated debates and heated conversations. Not really working. It's not really working out, is it? Yeah, it's not working out. It's not gonna work out. Fix it, Jesus. Okay? Fix it, Jesus. Lord of mercy. Oh, that card wanted to come out. The Queen of Swords is here, and she wanted to come out. And the 10 of Chalices is also here. I feel like somebody needs to hear this. I feel like somebody needs to hear that it's necessary for you to actually think about the things that are coming out of your mouth, or think about what you're going to say, or think about how you're approaching situations before you approach them, because I don't think that you are approaching them in the best manner. I'll say that much. Now, obviously, sometimes you can approach things in the best manner, but I don't know. I think it just depends on the time, the situation, and what's really going on. But I do feel that somebody needs to hear that. So there's that. Now we have the 10 of Chalices, and the 10 of Chalices. I'm picking up a vibe, and I'm picking up the vibe. The vibe that I'm picking up is it's a vibe that I've kind of recognized, but it's the vibe that's coming to me via the cards or because of the cards. The vibe is I did this, and I did that. Why is it not working? Well, first off, when you go plant seeds in a garden, you don't go check every damn day to see if it's growing. I mean, you might water it or whatever. You don't go and dig up the soil to make sure that it's still in there. You leave it alone and you let the seed germinate. So, and you continue to nurture it and nurture it and nurture it until it bears fruits or until it doesn't. And if it does not bear fruit or if it does not grow, you tend to want to know why. So you tend to inquire, you tend to try to research, you tend to study it, you tend to maybe make another effort. Um, but you don't get mad and knock the thing over. Like, let's just say you're putting it in like a little planter. You don't knock the planter over if you don't see the seeds growing the next day. You don't start kicking stuff and you don't start stomping on the seed that was in there because you didn't see the results that you want to see the next day. You keep at it, right? So the vibe that I'm getting is just that it's like unreasonable and unrealistic expectations of situations involving human beings. Okay. And what that means is that, we are all as people subject to feel how we want to feel, say what we want to say, do what we want to do, type of thing, right? And oftentimes we look towards communicating and communing with people that are similar to us in certain ways because oftentimes there are certain things that we just are not maybe equipped or we just don't want to equip ourselves to deal with, right? And so if you find that you have communicated with somebody or somebody that's you around you is now doing something that you are either not equipped to deal with or you don't want to deal with or whatever, then you tend to kind of get mad, right? Or get triggered, right? And the thing about it is I don't I don't feel that we are interacting with one another in life for no reason. I believe that there is something in every connection that you can grasp, learn, um, fine tune within the self. Because every interaction that we have with another is a reflection of us in some way or another. There is something within that we have not ourselves recognized within ourselves. And oftentimes, when we are triggered and we stomp on the thing, we throw a tantrum, we fail to learn what that thing is. So, just a food for thought. Okay? Just a food for thought. All right, let's find out. Let's go ahead and remove all of this and let's get some more pulls going on here because I want to find out maybe some love stuff. Yeah, let's take a look at some love stuff, I guess. See what's going on there. We got a little bit of details here, but not nearly enough. So let's go grab some more info. Whew. All right, let's get some love going on here, Spirit. All right, what we need to know about the love up in this Libra season full moon. God damn it. Up in this Libra full moon, what we need to know about the love situation. Clear and concise. I'm going to take you because you tried to go back in there, but I'm taking you, God damn it. That's what we need to do. That Nine of Swords coming out. Nine of Swords in traditional decks represents depression, stress, overthinking, overanalyzing. Sometimes we could talk about painful magic. It could be so many different things, but let's pick it up. All right, so I'm feeling like the Nine of Swords is really bringing in this energy and this vibe. No quickies. Why did that come out? No quickies. I'm really feeling that. No quickies. Who is this? No quickies. I really feel like somebody wants to say that, and I think they're irritated about it too. That is funny. No quickies. No quickies. No quickies. Okay. Punch buggy, no punch back. Boom. All right. So somebody says no quickies. No quickies going down in this scenario situation. Don't want it, can't have it, can't deal with it. No quick passion. It's like I feel like somebody's flame went out. Ain't that case? Look at that. Somebody's flame went out, right? So what is this referring to? It feels very interesting. Love, right? Insecurity, I see. I'm picking up energy that somebody feels like uncomfortable being vulnerable with a woman. This could be very specific. I don't know. Okay. Like I said, it's a gentle message. It may or may not resonate with you. Don't hold on to it if it don't. It ain't your business. It ain't your business. If it is, okay, fine. Get some messages from here. We might be able to work a little couple situations out. Keep in mind, it's always fluid. Until these situations have actually occurred, it is fluid. And you have the ability to shift and adjust and change how you feel about things, right? Keep that in mind. Okay, keep that in motherfucking mind. All right. I'm feeling like somebody's insecure about vulnerability, about being vulnerable. Why? With a specific woman, right? This person might be three different energies potentially with three different women, or potentially three different energies, right? Like just in three different energies. How do I say this? Like you got three personalities, my nigga? Like, is that what we saying right now? What's going on over there? All right, moving forward. So, okay, let's dissect. Let's take our time here because this is really, really. I feel like this is an interesting situation because it's almost as though it's like a craving for that vulnerability and for that transparency. It's like I feel like this person craves the ability to do it, and they want to do it. And honestly, I feel like they may have been more vulnerable with this person specifically, with this specific person, than others. But it's still difficult, and it causes insecurity, the vulnerability part, because it's like, if I'm vulnerable now, are you gonna talk shit about me because of my vulnerability? Like, if I tell you all my shit, are you gonna like talk shit about me about it? You know? Or like, if I'm vulnerable, like, are you gonna use it against me? Like, and I get that. I get that. Sometimes people, you know what I mean? I said some shit earlier today. You know, like, you can't. I'll stop. Just stop. First off, if that's what you're doing, and I see it, I'm gonna call it out. God damn it! Now listen, you could just not do that, and then I wouldn't be calling it out. But we all got choices, you know. We all got choices. Now I tell y'all, about 22 minutes, I'm thinking this nigga might walk up in that door, but hey, god damn it, it gotta be what it's gotta be what it's gotta be. God damn it, stop fucking playing with me. Hello, welcome to my channel. How are you? So anyway, I'm feeling very much so like, okay, I feel like somebody is vulnerable. Like, they got this vulnerable spot. But it's like, okay, this is what it is. It's like, I'm vulnerable with this specific person, but that makes me insecure, right? Boom, insecure. See that? See this guy? He's very insecure. And she's just like, la la, la la, la la, la. She's just, you know, in la la land, basically. But at the same time, there's this like closeness. See that? There's this closeness. And more closeness. More closeness, right? Now, like I said, this could be with three different people. This could be with three different people. Maybe with one person, this person is vulnerable. With another person, they are kind of, you know, comfortable. And with another person, they are, it's just like, you know, a lot of it's just very, very, very sexually passionate. You know, honestly, I can't say. Like, earlier, I was thinking that this is like three different people. Like, this person, this one guy, is there three different women? I just feel, though, I don't feel like I can totally say that. I feel more so like, I feel like this person brings out the different energies in this masculine energy, right? I feel that's the case. I feel like there's this person, this one person that brings out these various energies in this person, and they don't know how to address that. It's like, it's overstimulating. Have you ever been overstimulated? Like, hold on. Have you ever been overstimulated? Okay, because let me tell you, when I'm overstimulated, it's just like, now, honestly, how do I behave when I'm overstimulated? I have different, it just depends. It just depends. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like, I'm going home and I'm going to lay in my bed and I'm not going to talk to anybody. I'm closing the blinds and nobody talks to me. Sometimes when I'm overstimulated, I might feel very frustrated and I might like, I just might want to cry. I don't cry a lot, but you know what I mean? Like, I may want to. Because it's just a frustrating thing. It's like that frustrating thing where you're just like, so anyway, I feel like this person gets frustrated because, one, they have this sexual like chemistry here. They have this desire to be transparent and to be vulnerable and to be open, but they also feel insecure about it as well. So there's a lot looped in there, okay? We also have the Three of Wands. What is waiting? What's the waiting energy here for? I want to know why there's a waiting energy. What is that all about? I do see the Five of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. And if we look at the Five of Wands, we could just take this in. This guy is looking and peering at two people, a couple, you know, getting it in. And when I say getting it in, I mean they are getting it in, okay? The flame is right in the center of the scene. So it's like, is that a flame? Yeah, it's like his sword has a flame on it. He's got like a wand or something. I don't know, something there, and then he has a sword right there too. So I don't know. I'm wondering, what is this about? So let's see, Five of Wands. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. I see more. I see more details. I see more details. I see it. I see it. I see it. Ooh, I see it. I see it. So I'm getting the vibe that this person may like, they may feel vulnerable and they may feel so a little piece of heaven on earth says I feel this way as well in my current relationship. You feel what way? You feel frustrated, or you feel insecure about being vulnerable, or you feel like you're dealing with somebody like that, right? um I feel like in order to keep the attention, this person's a little bit mischievous, right? I feel like this guy right here, he's being a little bit mischievous, okay? And because the Ten of Swords is next. So what I feel like is, I feel like there's a person who has this energy of feeling vulnerable and having a problem with feeling vulnerable. It makes them feel insecure. It bothers them. They don't feel comfortable in that space, in that open space of feeling open, of feeling like, their feelings are, So with that being the case, I feel like this person devises an evil plan to divert the attention from what could be seen. I'm thinking of the high priestess now. I saw the high priestess early in our last reading. In the last reading, I saw the high priestess, right? I'm picking up the high priestess energy. And the high priestess energy in this deck, she has this like look on her face. Now we got to remember, the high priestess is knowing, right? That's one of the terms that represents the high priestess, knowing, intuitive, intuition. Okay, so the high priestess is knowing. So sometimes you can meet somebody or you could talk to somebody, and it's like you can just pick up all of what's going on with it. Like you don't even need to tell me everything. I could just see it and feel it, and it's just all on you, right? It's there, like it's out. You think you're closed book, you're not. I feel everything going on over there. Okay, so I feel like this person devises like this evil little plan, like I'm going to my evil plan is working, type thing, right? This person creates this evil plan. Okay, it's not really an evil plan, but it's a way to manipulate the energy so that this person does not have to face, okay, face. The right word is face. So that they don't have to face, okay, face. Also, let's take this one out too. They don't have to face what is actually going on within them. That could be their inner demons. That could be whatever the case. That could be how they're really feeling. That could be what they want to actually say. That could be what they want to convey. That could be what they don't want to convey. Maybe this person does not want you to read them. And they're like, I need to punch this person in the lip real quick so they can not try to read me. Okay. Don't punch nobody in the lips. Okay. Like, don't do that. Okay. Listen. Coming from me. I know. Coming from Rocky Balboa, I get it. It's not a good. It just doesn't turn out well, right? Like when I'm telling you something, I'm telling you from experience. I'm telling you from experience, and I know it ain't gonna work out right. Like it ain't gonna go the way you thought. So let's just not do it, right? Like somebody got to listen, okay? Anyway, um, okay. What I'm saying here is this. I feel like this person does not want the focus to be on them. So it's like they do things to create chaos or little havoc so that the tension is diverted elsewhere. The attention and the tension is diverted elsewhere. So that's what I'm picking up. I think in doing so, it caused Ten of Swords, which caused a sense of betrayal, a feeling of betrayal. This person may have even been hurt or depressed or sad or cried or, not happy. But, when you created that little mischief, because look at the little mischief face here. Can you guys see his little eyes? Not his eyes. I mean, he doesn't really look mischievous, but that's what I picked up on it when I looked at it. He looks a little mischievous, like he's planning something, right? He's like, I'm planning something behind her back. I gotta find a way to, you know. get her from looking at me or asking me these questions, right? So yeah, I feel like that's what somebody's doing. Somebody is diverting the attention away from themselves and what they need to be doing or could be doing or could be working or could be opening up to, right? Maybe this isn't about somebody trying to fix you and tell you, oh, you gotta work on your problems because you have issues. You need to work on your trauma. Maybe that's not what this person's really gonna do. Maybe this person's just gonna love on you. Maybe this person's just gonna hug you. Maybe this person's just gonna say, oh, I love you. I really love you. Right? Like, so sometimes we may expect things from people, and sometimes they do it. Sometimes they do it. But I feel like what we're also looking at here is somebody who's not giving a full opportunity or a full, yeah, a full opportunity to see what may or may not happen if X occurs, right? If X occurs, what will be the outcome? This person has this idea, this concept of what they think will happen based upon, experiences, past, interactions, whatever, it doesn't matter. They have this idea set up in their mind. They know how it's going to go. And so they kind of, instead of moving forward to see how it will go, they decide for themselves, well, I know it's just going to go this way, so I'm just going to fuck it up. And that's kind of what I'm getting. That's just kind of what I'm getting here, okay? I'm going to take these glasses off now because I don't know why I got them on anyway. It's just, it was just a thing here. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling. That's kind of what I'm seeing. I'm feeling like somebody is diverting attention away from what they think brings attention to their flaws, while they're creating other problems, while trying to divert attention away from their perceived flaws. Okay. So yeah, that's interesting. Well, what is this all about? Like, what's going to happen next? I mean, is this going to end this situation or start something new, or are they going to get through, or what? Because damn, oh, it's causing confusion. Yeah. So it did cause, and it does cause a confusion. It causes confusion within the communication here. Or it causes a little chaos within the communication. Justice card means separation and the inability to really talk it out, or, whatever. And I think, though, it may bring some balance down the line. Some balance might come out of it at the end of it all. Like at the end of it all, like after all the bullshit is done, like right after the fact, it might bring some balance. It may bring some balance, okay? Down the line, maybe somebody has some time to kind of think about things or work their words out or kind of really have the time to envision what they want. And when you have the time sometimes to envision what you want, you can refine previous conversations or interactions, or you can refine, what you're doing, or the vision. Interesting. Communication is here though. With the Eight of Wands, a message. What is the message? I do feel like this is also somebody trying to get more aligned with the self too. Okay, so that I'm also seeing that here as well. All right. Well, okay. So look, I want to know, like, where's this gonna go? Now, the Emperor card did come out. I feel like maturity is happening. I feel like somebody is maturing, or they're going to be required to mature. Like, you're either gonna do it, or you're gonna life is gonna smack the shit out of you enough times to make you do it. Because you can't keep, like, I mean, you can if you want to, but then life can hand your ass to you, by causing situations to happen in a way in which at some point it gets tiring for you. Okay. At some point it starts to get a little tiring. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing somebody's gonna mature, Life and kicked your ass because I can see the ten of swords here too. So the 10 of swords lets you know that your ass then got kicked a little bit, and that's cool. That happens to all of us. Let me tell you, it happens to the best of us. Okay, goddammit. Listen, the justice card is also here, which lets me know too. Yeah, you get your ass kicked a little. You might have got your ass kicked a little bit. Look how the crows are like. Hold on. See how the crows are like pulling and shit. Like she got a blindfold over her face. Y'all pulling me all which way? I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna fall if y'all keep fucking with me. And that's what's gonna happen. In life you go through shit. You got to learn some things. Sometimes you got to learn the hard fucking way. Sometimes you learn by listening. Sometimes you learn by watching. That's great too. But sometimes you gonna learn by the nitty gritty, which means you went through the shit. Okay. So listen, I see that here. Now, I want to know. Okay, look at this. Look at the bottom of this stack. The 3 of Pentacles is here. 3 of Pentacles. Isn't that so sweet? Look at them. They're kissing. They're so in love. Oh, isn't it so gorgeous? It is, girl. It is. So the first part of the reading, so back to the top of the reading, somebody says no quickies. Okay, so I don't know what that has to do with all of this. Let's go back to that. No quickies. Side note, just a quick break. The other day I was on Facebook and I saw this video and it was like, it was talking about how guys are like, they think that when women are going out like to have fun, that they're out there doing a bunch of bullshit, right? And these girls were in a hallway, okay? And one was kind of a little chunky one and one was a little tiny teeny one, right? And they basically were like playing football without a ball, okay? And so the girl runs, the small girl runs towards the big girl, and she like, boom, like she just like, you know how a linebacker stops somebody, the linebacker just like does that? She did this, and the girl flew into the air, smashed into the door, and she was on the ground. I mean, they were dying laughing, okay, drunk as fuck. And if I'm being honest with you, that is what I'm looking forward to. Getting with my best friend and doing dumb shit. Like having mimosas middle of the day, falling in bushes, shit like that. Like just straight dumb. Looking forward to it. I ain't gonna lie. I am not going to lie. I am looking forward to it. Hey Coco, how's it going, babe? I'm doing well. So anyway, no quickies. Okay, that did come out, and I was trying to figure out what relevance did it have to this reading, and honestly I still ain't figured it out. It could just be a one-off message. No quickies. Somebody wants somebody to know no quickies. Okay, I'm not doing the quickie shit. Okay, fine, cool. They want foreplay. They want time. They want spend the time. They don't want this fast. They want to take it slow. They want to have multiple opportunities to come back to that booty. Okay, all right. They want to have they want to have time in this game. Okay, maybe that's what it was. They want time. Okay, time. All right. So just know that somebody wants to spend time. They don't want no quickies. All right. They don't want it fast. They don't want that. They want to take their time. Yeah. 2 of chalices. 2 of chalices. Somebody wants to take their time and they want to, I don't know if the right word is finesse, but they definitely want to smoosh. Okay, and wine and dine, and look at this, more time. Okay, yes, this person wants to give you some special treatment for sure. I feel like this is somebody who wants to take care of you also. I don't know if you guys, oh yeah, this person admires you. Look at this, they are watching you, girl. They like watching you. Look at this. This is somebody that likes watching you. Yeah, I think they want to watch you do a lot of things. The High Priestess is here watching, knowing, intuition. Use your intuition. Knowing, you know what's going on. Whether or not you talk about it, you speak about it, you share it or not, doesn't matter. You could still know something and not say it, because I be knowing a bunch of shit. I just be looking. I be knowing a bunch of shit. I just be looking. Yes, ma'am. I'm just looking. I ain't saying a goddamn thing. What am I'm gonna say something for? So you can pretend that's not what's going on. That's what's going on. God damn it. Don't try it. All right, moving forward. Listen, this person wants to have you in multiple positions. I'm talking multiple positions. Because look, they got you this way, this way, this way. Okay. This way, this way. I'm just saying multiple directions. Okay. No, this is not just about sex. This is not just a sexual read. Of course it's not. Okay. Because this is definitely about admiration as well. Because this person admires you in some way or another. Okay. Because they watch you. Look how he's in the background, just kind of like watching her do her thing. And this guy is like laying there watching her, pour the milk and honey on top of him. Like, do that thing. Okay. So yeah, I feel like somebody is kind of a lover and somebody is kind of in admiration of someone, of you. Okay. I feel like you also know this too. I think like maybe you just know that this person like admires you a little bit. Yeah, because the high priestess is showing itself to me twice. See that? High priestess and high priestess is here for sure. So they're definitely both giving off that knowing energy and kind of feeling it, really feeling the vibes, feeling what's going on, knowing what's going on, just in a space of understanding what it really is. The high priestess, I'm sorry, the empress, not the high priestess. The empress is here. The empress is here, okay? And the empress is really giving off this. She also knows what it is. It's like she's kind of aware as well, too. I feel like somebody is. I'm hearing the term "time is run out." Like I feel like somebody feels like their time is run out, and so they walked away, but they missed this person, and now they want to come back. What? Then what did? Why did you do that for? Then that's what I'm seeing here. It's like I'll come back. I want to eat the booty. It's like stop it, okay? Because look, this is the Six of Chalices. The Six of Chalices is all about nostalgia, missing you, want to see you. I'm looking at your pictures. I'm trying to find out what you're doing. Will you stop? Like, okay, there we go, right there. And then this guy is just like, I want to eat your booty, right? Okay. But what happened? Like, why did you like do this? Like, why did you do that? Because you felt time was running out? What time? I mean, until you're dead, time is here. Like, until you're dead, what are we doing? Okay. Let's just talk about this. I know that sometimes we go through spells and we go through times where we're just not feeling this way, lovey. We're just not feeling forgiveness, or we're afraid, or we have different moods and vibes that we enter and that we go into that may cause us to respond or react to things, right? Whether we're right or wrong. Now, we often can come back and recognize, where we were wrong with something, or where we could have behaved differently or said something differently or whatever. So I kind of want to question the energy. Like, how are you responding to those times when you are needing correction, self-correction, or whatever? You need to correct something. What happens during that time? Thank you for not falling on the floor. Temperance and the Ace of Chalices. We can take this in a couple ways. We can take this in a way of you heal the love, you heal, and then you start fresh, right? You heal and you start fresh, or you refresh, or you heal yourself and you go on to a new situation. I know some of y'all like the new situation. Yep, that's it. Listen, I get it, but I also feel the vibe that sometimes you renew a situation or you refresh a situation as well. I want you to just take that as it resonates for you. I'm not trying to tell you either way. I'm just calling out the energies that's present and wanting you to kind of take inventory, for yourself on how you're responding to life and whether or not that is a working strategy. Okay? Is that a working strategy? And that's just for you to ask for yourself, right? Like that's just for you to for that's just for you, right? It ain't got nothing to do with me. Ain't got nothing to do with these cards. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing, nobody. Just you. Okay? For you. Because I do see kind of a recurring disappointment energy here. It's kind of coming in here, a little disappointment here. Maybe disappointed in how things turned out or how things went or what was said or the outcome of something, and that's okay. Um, you live and you learn, one, and you can also sometimes correct your mistakes. Sometimes you can, not all the time though. All mistakes can be corrected, but I think that's up to you to decide what that is. Okay. And I'm also seeing the devil card here with the justice card. Now, normally a lot of people might think this is very negative. I'm not getting negative vibes here. I'm not. What I'm actually getting is somebody having to address their shadow. And addressing your shadow is not a bad thing. I don't know where we got that concept or that idea that it was like, oh, it's a bad thing. Listen, let me tell you something. Sometimes, you got to go through the drug problem in order to figure out what the hell you're going to do with your life. Sometimes you got to go through that shit. Sometimes you got to go through the rambunctious stage where you just busting heads for no fucking reason. Okay? Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you have to go through the stage where you were embezzling funds from companies. Okay? All right? I don't know. I'm just saying sometimes you have to go through things. Sometimes you got to do the thing to learn the thing to get past um certain traumas, could be past life traumas or certain beliefs, concepts. And but ultimately the justice card will find balance. Okay, justice gonna find balance. Okay, it's gonna find balance. Now, I'm very interested in this devil card because it's bringing me the energy of addressing the shadow, and I want to say so much more about this topic because it's important. First off, we've talked about this maybe once before, where I've kind of discussed about you have a dark side of yourself, and we all have a light and a dark, right? And we can't shun either of those things because in reality, um, there's balance within the center. There's balance within that middle or within that ebb and flow, right? So sometimes you got to be dark because sometimes them people at that school had you fucked up and you had to go up there and cuss they ass smooth the fuck out so that they don't, your kid don't have no more damn problems, okay? Because there ain't no reason why my kids getting on the bus and shit getting stolen out their bag or they getting beat up or whatever fuck, right? Sometimes you had to go up there and talk to them people and let them know in the worst fucking way. Sometimes you got to go to the bank and you got to check every bitch up the town and at the teller because they all had you fucked up. Sometimes it's different. Now it could be worse or less worse, right? Like it could be left or right. Um, Sometimes these it's necessary for you to tap into your dark energy. It's just a fact. Just like it's sometimes necessary for you to tap into your light energy too. Balance is not about being more light than dark or more dark than light. It's not about that. It's about having balance within the self and knowing how to operate and function without either the light or the dark taking you so far outside of a balanced basis of reality, I guess, if that makes sense, right? Sometimes you don't need shit. Let me tell you guys. Let me tell you, because listen, you could be as sweet as you want to be sweet, but motherfuckers sometimes need to get checked. All right. Some people need them pants. Okay. Now I'm not saying all people, and I'm not saying every situation either. I'm just saying that there are going to be some situations in life that you are going to recognize there is no way around this shit right here but these hands. Okay. There is no way around this situation but to drag this hoe. Okay. There's no way around it. Okay. But you have to determine what that is for you, right? Because we do have to remember the balance of life, right? Because life is always going to try to and attempt to balance itself out, as we saw with the justice card, right? With the justice card, this is the conversation that we usually say karma, right? I'm trying not to say karma, but I said it. But that's when life still has to find its balance, right? So that's why you don't put out what you don't want to get back. You know what I mean? You don't put it out, you don't want to get shit back, okay? But like I said, if you got somebody up there, talking their shit, doing this stuff, and then you got to check their ass, well shit, it was justified. Oh, okay, this dragon you about to get is justified. All right. So just think about it like that. Think about it like, you may have darkness that you have to work on or that you need to correct, or sorry, not correct, but sometimes it's necessary for you to draw on your dark energy. Just like sometimes it's necessary for you to draw on your light energy. It all just depends on you, where you at, what you're doing, what's going on, what needs to happen, right, in the situation. Okay. But don't be afraid of your dark side. That's one of the things I want to say as well. Don't be afraid of it. Like, right? A couple years ago, matter of fact, y'all hold on one second. What? Oh yeah, where my water at? My water right here. Y'all give me one little, one little. I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm just right here. I just thought about something, and I was like, "Ew, that is wonderful idea." Because y'all know what I was about to say. Okay, I was about to talk. Okay, now listen. Now, first off, all right, I do not recommend. Oh man. All right, I was looking for something. I couldn't find it, but it's okay. No biggie. No biggie. No biggie. Anyway, you got to have both, okay? There's no life without one or the other. Sometimes people like to pretend that it's all supposed to be good and God and holy. Stop the bullshit, cuz sometimes we be seeing y'all church folks out there in real life. Okay? We be seeing y'all out there sometimes, so y'all need to just stop. So to some degree, like y'all need to just let it go. All right, like stop with the buffoonery. Okay, because we be seeing y'all sometimes. Y'all be, matter of fact, sometimes y'all be ripping other church folk to shreds simply because you don't like them. They ain't did nothing to you. You just don't like them. And you all be ripping them to shreds. So let's just stop pretending that those things are not a part of the darkness and a part of the dark side. Okay? All right. All right. So sometimes you got to address those things. And it looks like somebody is, I feel like it's like you can't shun the part of you that may need to come out. It's like, and sometimes we tend to do it because we're like, oh, well, I want to do better. I want to be good type thing. I want to be a good person. Ain't that wrong with that? You can still be a good person and mollywop a bitch. I ain't playing with you. Let me tell you, because sometimes these hoes need to get mollywopped, and that's just facts. Like, you cannot not sometimes. But I do want to be clear. Sometimes y'all be out here and y'all be doing stuff that's not justified. Like, right? Like you're doing things that is based on simply and purely your feelings. And I gotta say that, like, you gotta think this stuff through now. You can't just be out here just doing just everything just because you feel like somebody said gave you permission to just go use your dark side, not you to become a crazy. Like that's not what I'm saying. Okay, justify things, or like for instance, if somebody is attacking you and you have to defend yourself, like okay, yeah, do it. Gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? You're talking to somebody, you ask for your respect, and they refuse to give it. And it's like, oh, okay, well, bitch, I'm gonna have to go in and check you now. It's like you gotta have a sense of knowing and understanding that oftentimes there is a time and a place for everything, right? Oftentimes there is a reason and a season, okay? Oftentimes that, you know, you often should give your best effort at amicably, resolving issues. But sometimes it's not gonna happen like that. Honestly, it's just not. Like really, I am a main example of that. Recently I had a situation come through and I'm like, now at this point you got me fucked up. Like you got me fucked up. And so it had to go down, hey, listen, I can't say that I would want to behave that way every damn day. Absolutely not. But some days it's time to pull out these hands. Like at some days, like it's time to fight. Because at this point, all you've been doing, all you've been saying is fighting words. Okay. And at this point, like if I keep letting you saying fighting words to me and I don't get with it, you gonna think I'm a punk. Or you gonna think you can just talk to me and do whatever you want to do. I mean, no. Okay? Sometimes people try to bully you. And nope, not gonna happen. Don't let anybody bully you. All right, I think I'm done. I'm done with that reading. If anybody has any questions that you would like me to clarify on the reading, please let me know. I know I said a lot throughout this reading, but we are talking, we were kind of addressing the Libra full moon earlier, and then we got into a little bit of love stuff related to this moon here. And, I feel like somebody is wanting to spin the block, basically. Okay, for lack of better words. But I think that, yeah, I'm gonna leave that in the air, honestly. Somebody wants to spin the block though, okay? So thank you for tuning in. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell so you can get notifications every time I upload a new video, and smash the like button. I am about to go burn some ancestor money, and I was trying to find my shrooms so I can eat those. I'm gonna eat some shrooms tonight. Sure am. See if I can get a little wavy tonight, okay? I am. Everything you do, I call my name. And make it rain. Ease my pain. Yeah. And I gotta do my hair too. All right. Well, I guess if nobody has any questions, thank you for tuning in tonight. I will see you guys on the next video.